the new Streamlined loan modification that was just announced in July. What's up, everybody? Rinde from Ask Rinde, the #1 community for foreclosure, income, and credit. If it's your first time at the channel, please hit the subscribe button and smash the like button. Also, want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Life Nation One. I'm currently wearing one of their pieces. Please check them out by clicking the link in the description below. So I just wanted to share quickly on the new Streamlined loan modification that was just announced in July. And this basically rolled out specifically for FHA insured government-backed mortgages. And these are actually a new product that's been rolled out to be able to help homeowners who need a reset. And as we know, most of us need resets for various reasons, whether or not we own the property or we're currently a landlord and we're dealing with tenants who are not paying. So Streamline specifically speaks to the process because it actually requires limited credit borrower documentation and also underwriting guidelines. It also is available for credit qualifying and non-qualifying borrowers. Now, just because it's a streamlined process doesn't mean that there's no closing costs involved. So let me share with you a few of the things that you actually need to tick off or check off to be able to actually apply for and go through the process of getting one of these. First thing is that you have to have a FHA government mortgage. So this is not specifically for conventional products. This is more for FHA mortgages. The second thing is that your loan has to be current. So if you're currently in the forbearance, you're going to have to wait until the forbearance is over and you start making your payments again and be current so that you can actually go into the process and begin it. And the third thing is that there has to be a net tangible benefit for the borrower, meaning that there has to be a benefit for them either in interest rate or changing the terms of the loan. So for example, if you are, like for example, one of our clients has gone through this process and he had a 4.125% interest rate, and he's being taken down to 2.7% or 2.65%, and that's a great change for him. That's over a point. So his mortgage payment is going to drive down drastically. Also, their other option is that they could actually change the terms and change it from a 30-year to a 40-year, and also maybe restructure the loan where they actually take some money and put it on the back end. So generally, you may have closing costs involved. There are two options. You can actually pay for the closing costs that are involved, which might include things like appraisals and valuing the property, etc. Or you can have the lender pay it. But one thing about FHA mortgages is that they don't allow the closing costs to be pulled in with the loan. So for example, they're not going to be able to say, okay, well, we'll take everything, we'll take care of everything, and then we'll put it in with a loan, and you can just pay it later on when you actually either sell the house or refinance or whatever, however long you keep the property. Someone's going to have to pay the closing costs. It's either going to be you or it's going to be the lender. So if you'd like to know more about the lender's guideline on the Streamlined refinance loan modification, you can actually check it out by looking at the HUD Handbook 4000.1 section 288 and then reference all the details there. Also, I just wanted to give some insight into those of you who may be going through pre-foreclosure and trying to figure out what's going to happen in the future, what the way forward is with your property, and also how you can restructure things. How can you reset things so you can get rates below 3%? Just keep this in mind that you want to be very careful for any services that are reaching out to you, that are charging you a whole lot of money and promising you to do a principal reduction or promising you things that are outside of the scope of what your lender can necessarily do, specifically when it comes to your loan amount. Because remember, all of these things are all predicated on your loan amount. Your monthly payment is predicated on how much you owe on the property. So that's something that you want to keep in mind. There are a lot of ways that people can pitch you as far as payment reduction and all those things. And you always have to look at two things. You need to look at the entire principal amount reduction, and then also you need to look at what your monthly reduction is going to be. So it all depends. I mean, if you have a single family property or if it's your primary residence and you're looking to hold on to this and it means a lot for you to be able to have a savings monthly there, then maybe a monthly reduction may mean more than a principal reduction overall on the principal loan. If you're an investor, you may be more looking at both. So it all depends, but just make sure that you're cautious and really be careful with services that are charging you a whole lot of money, retainers, to be able to do things that necessarily you have not been able to go to your lender and start the process there. Try to see what you can do with your lender first. Engage with them. Talk to them, see what they can offer, share with them this information, and see if they can offer you a streamlined loan modification. And if you need help and you need a virtual snapshot of your situation to be able to know how to structure things, I highly recommend that everyone takes advantage of the rates right now. See how you can position yourself to get a lower and more affordable payment. and there's a way to go about doing that with your lender. Even if you're in a forbearance, we can share with you how to actually structure that and how to do that, and what to pitch to the lender so that you have a higher chance of them giving you a very, very favorable interest rate. So I just want to also encourage you to take the 30-day foreclosure challenge. You can start that today. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.